In this video, I'm exposing cameraman's secret. That's all we got.
This is my 1970 Plymouth Duster 340 that my great-grandfather bought brand new.
Oh my God, this is heavy. This car's been off the road for 30 years, and in this video, we're putting it back on the road.
So, let's get to work.
We actually broke this filming that intro shot.
After sitting in this garage and collecting dust for a year, I can't wait to drive it.
And Mr. Roback is about to help us with that, so let's drag this thing out. What are you waiting for, cameraman? Come on. Let's drag this out. Pretending to be a tow truck driver never gets old.
Tight here.
We got her all strapped down. Let's head to the shop and get to work.
Get to unstrapping.
Okay.
Now that Mr. Duster's on the lift, we've prepared a to-do list. And you may also notice we have a large pile of parts that we already knew the car needs. There's some other stuff I've ordered and I'm waiting for, so now we just gotta get started. We're gonna start with the easy stuff, the fuel system, the ignition system, and see if it runs and maybe even spins the tires. And if so, we have to tackle the brakes and brake lines and the cooling system and the alignment, basically make it move, drive, stop, etc. And then we've got the obvious needs like wheels and tires, maybe patch the floor up, and then the other miscellaneous things we're gonna run to really make this car drivable. So let's stop talking about it and let's do it. Come on, cameraman, you excited? You excited up there?
No.
Behind that camera? You excited?
No.
You should be. First order of business is see if this kind of rusty factory fuel line is usable. So it's disconnected at both ends. I'm gonna blow some brake clean into it and then some compressed air and we'll see if rust comes out. Not bad. That's fine. A little dust. You should light a match at the end of that. Back to front, front to back. There's a fuel filter up front, so any little dirt, it'll pick it up. And we're back. Before we install the gas tank, I'm giving the filler neck the same treatment because it was kind of full of old varnished gasoline, so this brake clean will get most of that stuff out. And again, the fuel filter will take care of whatever this doesn't. There was actually a lot of stuff in there, see? I got scared yesterday because I realized we didn't have the right hardware to hold the gas tank on. Thankfully, the gas tank straps were in the trunk. I've never installed a gas tank in a Mopar like this, but from what I see, the strap goes here, and then it uses a little angulated piece of like all thread and then tightens that way. And we didn't have the all thread, so I went to the hardware store and got these. And I'm gonna cut them and make them fit. And then it'll basically tighten up like that. As long as that is how it mounts, because it doesn't really look right at all.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, come on, it's your car, get to work.
I don't know anything.
Get to step in, bro.
I know the history of this car, and that's it.
I did get a fuel tank. Item number one I bought on eBay is a fuel tank. this is neat. Second item I bought on eBay is a fuel sending unit. Welcome home. This tank has a bunch of vent tubes on it, and I don't know if it has extra vent tubes for different vehicles that it fits. I'm not quite sure. So I'm using 2 of the vent tubes, one big one, one small one. We're just gonna loop it up over the filler neck so it doesn't leak fuel out, but it allows the tank to relieve some pressure. I also found this piece of rubber from somewhere that both fits perfectly in the inlet of the tank.
Oh my God.
Well, now I gotta grab it. You can't smack it, all right? I shouldn't have smacked it.
Okay, and we're now performing open heart
got
surgery
it.
on this fuel tank.
Okay, it's right here. I've got these from Ace Hardware. I've cut them so hopefully they flawlessly just do this. Yep. I don't like how this works. I like Mustangs a lot better. Mustangs, the gas tank is the trunk, and they're very easy to swap. This looks annoying. I'm gonna put this grommet in the tank right there. Oh. We've got our trimmed hardware store bolt, a crude spacer, and a nut. That's how Chrysler did it back in the day, right? Fuel line connected. We now have a fuel tank, fuel line connected, filler neck, sending unit, even the gas gauge is hooked up. Who knows if it'll work or not, but let's move up to the engine bay. Before we continue the fuel system, I'm gonna do the easy thing and see if it has spark by just putting a battery in it and cranking it up and seeing if it fires with brake clean down its throat. Aedan messed around with the shifter in different positions and we were able to find some sort of neutral safety switch in the shifter, so now it cranks. So I'm gonna load it up. Let's see if something happens. Hit the key. That tells me it has spark. Try it again. Trying to start it when I do this. Papa John's claw machine, what do we call it?
Johnny Claw.
Yeah, we can't explain what that's for at all. We never will address it.
Nope.
There's just a claw machine in the video. This carburetor might be good, but because it's been sitting for like 20 years, it's just a safer bet to toss one on that we know is good. This Holly was on another Mopar that I may allegedly own or not, and I know that it works well, and it was on the same size engine, so vacuum advance. Is there even a choke cable inside the car? Off now. Aedan's going to grab some gas and I'm looping these tranny lines so they don't dump tranny fluid on the floor again. And we're gonna see if it really starts and runs and idles and revs. Throws a rod onto the shop floor as I immediately redline it as soon as it fires up. Because I want to sabotage them. I put sand in the oil fill and a little bit of gravel and some spit.
Let's find out if it leaks. Dirt head in the tank, that's good.
Looks pretty dry.
I'm installing a new ground cable because the old one was too short for all the batteries we had. And I'll also note that this is the Good Luck battery that has brought back multiple old abandoned cars to life. So of course we had to toss it in here just to make sure this thing runs good. New ground cable installed, full of fuel. We're gonna fire it up, see if it'll run on brake clean long enough to pick up fuel from the tank. Hopefully the fuel pump works. We don't know yet. Fire it up, see what happens. Again. All right, I'm gonna try and keep it alive with brake clean. Go. Give her gas. Keep it alive. Woohoo! That's fun.
Bad boy.
All right, let's try again. Keep her alive. Keep her alive. Keep her coming. She's not picking up fuel yet, but it might take a minute. Keep going. Go again.
You're catching it on fire!
Crank it. Again. again. Work it. Oh, there's fuel! Finally! All right, this should be the last little splash of fuel before it runs on its own. She's alive! She's got a little lifter tick. It's just pissing training fluid on the floor too. Look at that, that's nice. Actually running great. Reverse. Get the gas. Cool. We've made a gigantic transmission fluid mess, but
She's a runner.
barely.
Now we just need to tackle literally everything else and just cross our fingers that the valve train noise goes away.
It has been multiple days since we worked on the Duster, and Aiden and I are back. So it's time to really get it on the road. I'm gonna start with the brakes, because the car currently doesn't have a master cylinder. It needs that installed. It needs some brake lines finished up and the entire system bled.
I'm gonna work on the cooling system. It needs a new radiator and new hoses because somebody cut the hoses, used them on a different car.
Some asshole would go into his garage and steal his radiator hose material for something else.
You didn't even need it. That wasn't even the problem with the car. He cut the hoses and then didn't use it.
It's wheelie stuck. Reason I'm taking this off is Aiden's brother Victor, if you're watching, shout out Victor, started a disc brake conversion and got most of the way done. So the car has drilled and slotted disc brakes up front, but the lines are not completed. So I need to make a line that goes from the master cylinder to this driver's side. I gotta replace the rubber brake hose, and then I have to install a T for the front brake lines. And get all of it flared and installed, and it's gonna suck.
Oh,
Yeah, that needed a little bit of love.
whose ashes were those?
That's scary. Oh, there we go. This is all nice and hot now.
As you can see, I am bench bleeding the master cylinder, which involves running the master cylinder lines back into the master cylinder and pumping it with this push rod all the way in, all the way out, so it sucks all the air out of the system. You can see every time I push in, it blows bubbles and then sucks fluid back in. This is getting all of the air out of the master cylinder. If I were to put this in the car without doing this, I would have no brakes because it would be full of air.
Taking a quick break to remove all the mouse nests and poop that I've been gathering on this car for the past 3 decades.
First brake line has been flared, and that is for the rear brakes. And that is simple, because it goes to the tiny bowl, and there's only one brake line that splits on the axle. The hard part's gonna be the front, but even that shouldn't be too bad. Let's hope that doesn't leak.
Since I'm here and I'm going through doing the cooling system, figured might as well replace the heater hose lines.
Just so we could find out the heater core leaks and make a mess everywhere. But the holes in the floor will fix that.
Self-draining.
I'm self-draining.
I'm draining right now.
I'm draining! I'm draining. That means there's...
Pap, I am so sorry.
If Mr. Aiden's Pap is watching right now, I am about half as sorry as him, but still sorry. I'm not. Aiden's gonna get the Duster running and his grandpa's gonna take it back and be like, I don't want these hooligans.
He's
mess car.
freaks.
I just finished up the second brake line that was already halfway done in the car, and I had to use the flaring tool inside the car, which usually sucks pretty bad, but hopefully they don't leak. And I didn't forget the fittings. So this is a brake line for the passenger side front. I've got a T right here, and I'm gonna connect it, and then make a brake line from the master cylinder to the T, and from the T to the driver's side. I'm gonna tuck it down. That'll be pretty good right there. Hey, I could just do a little straight Johnny right there. Straight off the master cylinder if I wanted to. That would be pretty satisfying, wouldn't it? Custom brake line number 1, a tiny little short one. I mean average size, probably too big. I'm going to put it on one side. It's going to thread oh so nicely into Mr. Master Cylinder.
Actually, let me just create a finger bend here, oh so carefully as to not create a kink. Kinkiness is good, but not with brake lines. You know what? I think I did not do that right. We're gonna find out. Either way, we're started and sort of finger tight in there. What I wanna do is I wanna get it in to this little distribution block. And watch me screw up a brake line live. Okay, never mind, we're good. We're gonna go over a little bit because I definitely overshot my length that's needed. I'm gonna bend it. Nice little tight bend there. Bada bing. Yeah, this doesn't look too good, but it's gonna work when it's done, I promise you that. You know what? That doesn't even look half bad. I ain't even mad at it.
After playing with multiple flathead screwdrivers and chisels, I got the hard goop out of the soft goop's way, and I can start gooping up this gasket. I love gooping. Goop, 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 goop. If you guys watched the Daily Driver Challenge, you'll know most of my car got gooped. I did a lot of gooping.
Currently trying to remove the final remnants of the old braking system. There it is.
New thermostat is on, so now it's time for a new radiator. Ooh, it's got a black cap. That means it's fancy.
Did you mean it's gonna be fast because of that?
New radiator. So you can see there's a plate where the bolt hole is.
Solution to the bolts not quite lining up because this is a dirt cheap radiator. We could just take a cutoff wheel and turn these holes into slots. That way it will be way easier to fit. The brakes are missing hardware. I have yet to find a fitting that actually threads into that caliper. And that caliper is missing the plates that hold the brake pads in, and they're nowhere to be found. So that's cool.
Radiator installed.
I have magically found the missing hardware, and it appears I've installed it right. I hope. Never worked on a Plymouth Duster before, though. So maybe the wheels will fall off. After some trial and error and hunting, I found a brand new lower radiator hose for a 65 Mustang. That, with some finagling, seems like it'll work without hitting anything. So we're gonna use that. Maybe it'll blow off, maybe it won't.
Cooling system is now done. All we have to do is top it off with coolant. And now that that's tackled, I'm gonna go ahead and start by replacing
Keep talking.
I'm gonna go ahead and put on a new alternator and belt because that one's old.
Ah! I hope this is the last brake line I have to make using this very fancy Eastwood tool that makes it super easy to flare them. Boom. Now I can install it and bend it at the same time. I'm gonna start by putting a nice angulated bend on there. Make my life a little easier. Find that hole with my finger. Gonna push it through on the bottom. Okay. And it appears I've made it way too long, but I am gonna still use it anyways because I don't want to remake it. I've got it started on the bottom. Now we're here. Watch this. How I expertly take the line that's way too long and I make it perfect length by bending it. Whoa. I'm actually happy to say that looks pretty decent, honestly. I just gotta tighten everything up and wow. With these copper brake lines, you have to be sure to not over tighten them because they will just collapse and split. So you wanna get them like 1/2 a grunt tight. Brake lines are all done. Now I'm gonna pump the pedal a few times and see if they leak. Okay, please.
Not really seeing any.
There's zero pressure in the system.
Fluid's going down. Oh, leaks. Looks like it's from the T. Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Yeah, are you positive?
I am 1000% positive.
Hey Josh, hit that pedal. Little oversight there. I kind of trusted that fitting would be good and tight after not ever touching it myself at all. Turns out it's not. You missed one. Can you pump it a couple more times? I don't hear any leaks. All right, well, let's try bleeding it. Starting with the rears. Down, up. Turns out the factory brake pedal push rod is not quite long enough. I think that's why we're not getting pressure to the back brakes. I was bleeding on it for a while and I got nothing, but that actually looks like the amount we need. I'm gonna just take the bolt out of this, throw that on the floor, and then install this one and it'll be perfect. Down, up. So I put the longer brake push rod on the pedal and I'm still not getting any fluid to the rear, although the brake line's brand new, the brake hose is new, and the wheel cylinders are new, and all of it is fine. So I'm not quite sure what the problem is there, so for now I'm bleeding the fronts to make myself feel better and see if we have any leaks, which it doesn't look like we do. Down, up, down, up, up. Now there is no distribution block here because I used a T and I don't have a proportioning valve, but there should be too much pressure going to the rear if anything. Can you go full stroke in and out? Real quick, I'm gonna pop off the the rear brake line just to make sure I didn't crush it from over tightening or anything like that. Make sure there's not a stupid problem caused by me, because the fronts are looking pretty good. It looks okay. Out of curiosity now it's disconnected, I'm gonna have you go down, but whenever you do not go back up till I tell you to, all right? All right, go down. That's as hard as you could push. Evidence is kind of pointing towards the master cylinder that was new, but new a long time ago. That kind of sucks. There's a chance that a little bit of rust might have flaked around and gone in the hole. Now it's not working, which is weird because I did bench bleed it and it worked for that. It should work for this too, but it's not.
New alternator's on. I'm gonna take this belt home with me, grab one from the parts store, and then I'll throw it on.
Oddly enough, after uninstalling and reinstalling that line, it works. I don't know. I can't explain it, but now it's losing fluid in the rear where it's supposed to. The pedal's slowly getting firmer, which means fluid is traveling to the back, so now I'm gonna bleed it. Hopefully all is good. We don't need to buy any more brake parts. You ready to take me? Up. Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down. Up. All right, well, I'm getting zero fluid out of the rear bleeders, which is weird and annoying. We will continue this soon.
12 seconds later.
The alternator and belt are installed, so now it's time to toss on some new plug wires.
While he does that, I'm gonna install a transmission cooler. I cut the old lines because they were metal lines with flares and fittings on the end and they broke. So I cut them and I'm gonna use rubber hose to adapt to these barb fittings that screw into the bottom of the radiator.
That sound good to you, buddy?
Yeah.
Also, I am still waiting on a master cylinder because when we were trying to bleed that last night, we could not get any fluid out of the rears, even though it looked like it was sucking through. It wasn't, so. Another master cylinder is on the way, and hopefully it works. If not, we're just gonna drive the car with no rear brakes. It'll do better burnouts that way. Woo! I'm currently waiting on a master cylinder, so I'm just playing around in the interior. This headliner was sagging really badly, and it was gonna be annoying to drive like that. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some thick mechanics wire, running it under the headliner crossbars, the metal that holds the headliner in. So I'm going above the headliner crossbars, and then tucking the headliner up under against it, like so. And that's keeping the headliner from sagging and dropping down. It doesn't look great, but it does work great. And I think Aiden will thank me when this headliner is not riding on his face.
I like when rides on my face, though.
That's disgusting.
New plug wires installed. If you're wondering why we just did the plug wires and not the spark plugs, it's because my brother did that already. Now I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna go ahead and do an oil change on this.
Bye, Tom.
I don't completely trust the structural integrity of this car, so it might split in half with Tom up there.
You call me fat?
I was calling him Slim Thick.
You know I've been working on my figure.
There's a lot of speculation on this oil because the car's been sitting, but the oil looks pretty new.
Feels like 1040. Spicy.
While the oil finishes draining, let me go ahead and tell you the story about this car. Now this car is my great-grandfather's car that was then passed down to my grandfather, then passed down to my uncle, and then to my brother, and now it's mine. This car has a really cool history behind it. My grandfather worked at the Chrysler plant in my hometown, and there's a possibility that he helped produce this car. Fun fact, Bob Marley also worked at that same plant, so there's a possibility Bob Marley built this car.
And now we're building this car.
And now, a bunch of idiots
Hey!
who don't know anything about Mopar are restoring the car.
Well, we're getting it on the road.
While Aiden tells you stories.
I'm making an effort to actually make his car look less horrible, because this has been bugging me so much, so bad, for so long. I'm just creating a quarter panel patch because I can. If we can make this out of sheet aluminum and we can just real quick, zip, 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 slap it on there, it will look 430 times better than it does right now.
It's a lot of times.
Not 430 times.
How many times?
7.
7 times better? I'll take 7 times better. No idea if that's gonna look remotely okay or not, but I'm sure it'll be better than the gaping holes.
Hey Mopar, this is a terrible oil filter placement. Honestly, it was probably fine from the factory, but Grandpapa Cameraman was a speedster back in his day, so he put on some aftermarket headers.
Mopar people, have no fear. We have the capabilities and the plans to actually replace/patch the quarter panels, but just for today, we want to make it look slightly better. So we've got our patch panels here. That one is soaking to get the coating off the aluminum, but basically, I just want to make the body line exist again. That's it. Same with up here. Aedan's working on a piece to just cover this horrible gaping hole. Again, using aluminum, we're not even using steel. So this will never get welded into the car. It is not going to perfectly match the body line. It's not gonna look great, but from a distance, it'll look far better. Especially if we hit them with some like flat black paint or something like that. All right, as stupid as this idea is, it's kind of working. It's kind of not that bad. Hey, I am a bit of a rat rod king myself. Need to rub it in. I did not measure one thing in this creation. A little better than it was, maybe? Every Mopar fan is gonna be so pissed that we're doing this.
They're typing right now. I can hear them.
That's aluminum, folks. That looked kind of sick.
Oh, and now they're posting on Facebook pages talking about how bad this is. Way to go, Tom.
That looks kind of tough.
At first I doubted.
Never doubt me, ever.
And there goes all chances of Aedan ordering actual quarter panels.
Hey, just wait till we put the wheels on that we have ready. It's all gonna make sense. It's all gonna be like, oh, I like that, buddy. Oh, I wasn't sure about it yet, but I like that. It's been over an hour now. We are super distracted by creating these terrible patch panels. As you can see, Aedan and I got this one pretty good, if I do say so myself. We ran out of the good thick aluminum, so this is some thinner crap, but hey. My goal is that this car will adopt a unique vibe because of what we're doing. I know what we are doing is not good, and if you are a Mopar fanatic, and it's terrible, but it needs rust repair, and in an effort to put the rust repair off, we're doing this.
Sorry, Kenny.
The good news is these quarters need replaced. They're already full of Bondo, so this is not really problematic. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
He ruined it!
I think I drilled too many holes, but
Maybe too many.
I don't know what this one's gonna grab.
we'll see. Oh, that's gonna grab something, don't worry about me. Aedan's currently running to grab just some hardware and oil. And he's gonna come back and the car is just gonna be covered in this haphazardly cut aluminum. Can I get something on here? Come on, baby.
Oh?
Yeah, that does not look great at all.
What do you mean? It looks so much better. Just, yeah, give it some bendage.
All right, that's honestly not that bad. I'm gonna play with the grinder a little bit on this angle, but other than that, we're good. Oh, this is not right. Wow, we weren't even planning on doing this at all. In fact, I got my master cylinder in the mail, and I've had it for 2 hours, but I've just been starting to distract myself with the more fun things like this. And to think patch panels cost $200 some on eBay. Boom. Got you one right there. Got high hopes on this Amazon master cylinder that came as fast as possible. But if it doesn't work, then we're just gonna have an Australian burnout machine on our hands. After installing that new master cylinder and trying to bleed the rear brakes again, we're getting zero fluid to them. So what I did was I cracked the line going to the rear axle rubber brake hose, and immediately we got pressure. So we know fluid was going through this new rear brake line. I also cracked one of these lines that is from the T to the wheel cylinder. And I got nothing. It's bone dry. That tells me either this rubber hose, which looks kind of old, is collapsed, or the brake T is clogged or rusted or seized or something inside, allowing it not to work. So thankfully, that's really easy to replace, but unfortunately, the closest one is 40 minutes away at a parts store.
Everything in the engine bay is done, so I'm just loading it up with coolant, then we'll burp it. This thing's gonna be a runner.
Now I mentioned we might toss in some floor pans, and I did buy new front floor pans for this car, but now looking at them I realized these are the kind that require extensive trimming to fit properly. They've just been cut and stamped super loosely. They do not fit in the car well at all. I actually tried tossing this one in and I need to modify it a lot, so I think we should save that for when we're actually going to weld them in properly, and for now, we should self-tap something easier to cover the big holes so it doesn't let so much weather in. And we can take these rather cheap floor pans, we can close the box back up and take the easy way out, like we have with the rest of the metal on this car so far. Which, by the way, if you come over here, looks pretty cool. Okay, you can't look at that and tell me it looks worse than the humongous gaping rust holes. Right, J-Man?
I agree.
I don't even know if Aedan realizes there's like 300 pounds of crap back here, but who cares? let's self-tap some street signs in there or something and then drive it. Well, after we align it and fix the brakes. Aiden and I are now tackling the floor pans, doing the exact same thing we did with the quarter panels because I don't want to waste those actual floor pan patches until we're ready to weld them. So I've measured, and an 18 by 18 square will cover that rust hole beautifully. So for now, I'm just hitting the inside of the torque box and the frame rail with some rusty metal primer. Not that it's going to do that much, but it might help for the maybe 2 months that this car has self-tapped aluminum covering rust holes. And while I do that,
I'm doing some cutting.
please remember, this is not permanent. This is a very temporary solution just to not let cold wind and rain get into the car when Aiden's driving it. You should not use this as a permanent floor pan solution. The rust on this car is not anywhere near fixed. It just looks marginally better and keeps some weather out. So, how's that fitting there? We should probably trim and bend and clean that a little bit before installing.
Nah.
Also, if you didn't notice this, the car used to be a 4-speed. At some point in its history, it got converted to an automatic. Can you tell me why, Mr. Aedan?
Pretty much, my great-grandfather was driving one day and he had a stroke while driving. So this car was originally a 344 speed car. So my grandfather took out the 4-speed, put in automatic. And the story is he also put 2 head gaskets on each side of the motor to lower the compression so it wouldn't be as fast. So if we drive it and it's not very thrilling, we know why.
Whoa, that looks good, buddy. Damn, you know what, I'm done. This aluminum is incredibly malleable. And it's honestly kind of fun to just kick it and self-tap it as rust repair. I've never actually made aluminum floor pan patches like that. And that was as easy as cutting, kicking, and self-tapping. And look at that. Looks like Dodge made it that way.
Grab that seat, buddy. Come on. Got a new floor in here. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
The driver's seat is sitting on about 13 washers.
Because I think these are the wrong seats for the car.
I don't know what they're out of, but they're not Duster seats.
If we go in here and look at this, that's pretty bad. So maybe we won't have to use that many, but we are gonna have to use some. Yeah, it's pretty bad. After about 30 minutes, we got this seat installed. Don't worry, not using washers. We used nuts. We're gonna fire it up right now, let the coolant burp, check for leaks, etc. Like nothing. We did just have it fired up, and then we decided to start recording. But it started up just like that the first time. So I'm setting the idle on the car, and it seems like now that the oil change is in it and we ran it for a minute, the lifter tick is gone. So probably just a stuck lifter or needed to get pumped up or something. I'm excited to ride in this. I'm gonna check and see if the battery's charging now. Nice, alternator's working. Smart thing would be, let's start playing with the alignment, but the fun thing would be, let's make it really loud before we even have wheels on it. What do you think? It's your car. Okay. Okay, you don't have to tell me twice. Now, in order to do exhaust on the car, we have to put it on the ground to raise it higher up on the lift, to lift it up and do the exhaust. And we also have to do an alignment, which means we have to put front wheels on it. Now, this car has a front disc brake conversion of unknown origin to me. So it has a 5-on-4.5, which is a Ford and slightly later Mopar lug pattern, whereas the rear of the car still has the factory small 5x4 Mopar bolt pattern. So thankfully I've got these badass torque thrust skinnies that were on 8-ball and the Galaxy. They're super light, super old school, and they got the right lug pattern for the front, and they're gonna look sweet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be a tough little cookie. I'm not gonna tease the tires and wheels I got for the back yet, because they are going to complete its look after the exhaust, of course. That alignment's so bad.
Why is it?
We've got a little bit of work to do on that alignment, and we should probably not do the exhaust yet, but we'll see what we choose. What do you do when your car needs an alignment in a terrible, horrible way? By completely custom fabricating an overkill 3-inch stainless side exhaust using only the most badass mufflers and boom tubes money can buy. Because why not make this car sound insane? It's almost a shame to do this because the car does have pretty nice true dual exhaust with tailpipes, but at the same time, I literally own an exhaust company. It would be kind of silly for me to not do this. 2 bolts broke. Yeah. Out she comes. As you can see, we're starting from scratch.
Yeah, you got cleared.
Looks pretty good. Basically, we're taking 2 of my gorgeous Speedy 10 single chamber mufflers that are gonna add a super party American Thunder-esque sound to this car. We're gonna put them about right up there, and then we're gonna use Speedy's equipment boom tubes that are going to add even more volume. Boom! And it's going to sound insane. By the way, these polished stainless steel boom tubes are available on my website, speedysequipment.com, right now. The only place where you can get them like this, polished stainless steel, super durable, super badass, ready to go. Something like that. That's gonna be sweet. Now let's stop talking about it, let's start fabbing up. Those attacked with a little 45-degree angle in the muffler. That's actually like astronomically close. I don't want it poking out quite that much, but it is, I think it should be even with this body line.
I
right here.
agree.
That's going to be awesome though.
The tricky part here is I plan on redoing these quarters myself, so it might line up with the body line now, but who'd say it will in, I don't know, 6 months to a year.
Oh, hello. It's a new day. And we're continuing on the exhaust. Last night I had to stop because I could not find another stainless steel 3-inch 45, and turns out I'm all out of them. But thanks to the exhaust pile, I found one that has been used for something at some point, and it only has a little bit of damage sustained. So I'm gonna cut it off and we're gonna use it and get this thing going. Final mock-up on the driver's side. What are you thinking, Aedan?
I've wanted boob tubes on this car since I bought it, so this is cool to see. Let's get her done.
Hey, hold on. Turn around. Let me see that logo real quick right there. Whoa, whoa. It's on both of them? Both on those awesome products?
It's like it's a sponsored car.
Sponsored by yours truly. Go check them out. And you, get to welding.
You are now about to witness me commit atrocities with this welding gun. Usually I'd say, I'm learning, go easy on me. But no, you union guys, I want you to have a field day with this, all right?
Aedan's gonna be welding for a while he does that. I'm gonna toss on the rear brake line that finally we picked up this morning, so we can finish the brakes while he welds.
I'm gonna get cocky and see if I can lay a bead.
That sounded good. And it looks good too! Hey!
Yay!
In other news, this rubber brake line is out. Oh, Josh is here! How long have you been up there?
What time is it?
I got this brake hose in, so Josh is gonna pump the brakes and we're gonna see if we have fluid coming out now. If we don't, I don't know what the problem is. Can you go down? How? I just replaced this brand new hose. Everything's brand new. Why am I not getting fluid out right there? This could work. We could potentially bleed all of the air out through this one. Down, up, down. Yes. Oh, it's dribbling. Up, down. Yes, buddy, yes. Yes, please. Whoa. Down. Yes.
Oh,
All right, let me check the fluid rack, make sure we're not running or empty. But that's awesome, thank goodness. You got fluid, J-Man. I'm gonna fall off. We almost ran her empty. Down, down, down. There it is. Pump the brakes up a whole bunch. All right, hit the brakes. Yes! Oh, finally!
Drum brakes. Never been so happy to see drum brakes working.
Damn, okay, Aedan. Getting the hang of that trigger weld.
95 an hour, 300 per diem. Count it.
While I wait, I'm just gonna pop the back wheels off because we gotta swap them anyways. And I'm gonna check the drum assemblies inside, make sure they're adjusted and everything's good.
Hey, Declan.
yeah.
You need to protect your eyes from the weld.
I'm protecting my eyes.
What are you looking at up there?
You're like a little goblin. What are you doing?
Victor, if you're watching this, Aiden's brother, good job.
That was actually adjusted perfectly. You could tell because it was hard to get off, but it still spun. The only thing we're gonna see with the wheels I'm about to put on is the center, so I'm not gonna worry about the rest. I'm bored. How long do you think until Aedan brake cleans this off? I made this guy crazy. He's trying to burn the car to the ground. He has no idea I've done such great artwork to his car. I'm sorry, Aedan's grandpa. Looks like we're done over here, and what? Dude!
Hey, laid so many dimes, I got $1.
I think there's more than 10. We're getting so close. Let's check how we feeling. Oh yeah, those want to sit where they're supposed to. All right, now we gotta kind of get them at the right height. Make sure we're not hanging off the headers or anything. Then we just gotta weld a hanger on each side. And exhaust is installed. And as usual, we don't make no weak junk around here, buddy. That's gonna sound crazy. This exhaust looks so ridiculously cool. And before we hear it, we have one more ridiculously cool thing to install that I hope fit. Oh my God, I hope these fit, because we've been to the tire store twice, and Josh drove all over God's High Figure just to pick up the wheels off Marketplace, because they're so cool. Check them out. 15 by 10 Steelies. And we got some 235 Hoosier slicks mounted to them. No, the car does not need them. Yes, the only reason I'm using them is because they are the only tires I had in the stockpile that might fit this car. It looks close. It might not even clear, but let's find out. Because, oh my God, it looks so good. Please fit. Please.
Ooh.
Please.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's rubbing ever so slightly.
Oh.
But that looks so cool. There was an image up here with these wheels and the aluminum in mind. What do you think, dude?
That looks mean. This car looks way faster than it actually is.
It looks pissed off.
It looks so good. I may have located some universal wheel spacers, and they have bought us about 1/8 to 1/4 inch all around, and we might clear, maybe. There's no guarantee at all, but we're gonna set it home and probably drive it anyways, regardless of if it rubs, because this looks so cool. I want to jump up and down and give the car kisses. Oh, it looks so good, dude! It is going to rub around turns and maybe also all the time. I do think we should put it on the ground and see where the tires sit and start it to have a little bit of glory for just a minute.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's not even off the lift yet. Once it's off the lift, it's gonna sit lower than that. Oh, dude.
Dude, it looks
Oh,
good.
dude.
Looks insane.
Too bad the alignment's like this right now. You can't tell me that aluminum doesn't look good. Like, especially on this side. Check it out.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
Oh, wow.
The Boom 2s were such a good choice.
Hot rod.
That's insane.
It looks like it hauls ass.
We have to hear it.
Damn!
That sounds good. More. Yeah! Woo! Haven't moved the car a foot yet. That sounds awesome. If this thing catches on fire in 2 minutes, I'll be satisfied with what we've done.
Hey, let's relax.
Now, before messing with the camber and the toe, I'm gonna drop the front of the car down just a little bit. Now, this car has a torsion bar suspension, meaning no front springs. It is a solid metal, thick bar that actually twists when the control arms move up. You can see it right here. This is the torsion bar. Basically, the metal itself twists, and that is the suspension. So you can adjust the ride height really easily with just a bolt right here. And this bolt is pretty rusty, but I think it should adjust. And because it has a ton of rear squat right now, we like the rear squat because it makes the car look faster, but we're gonna bring it down just a little bit so it's not too intense. So what I'm gonna go for is just one full loosening turn on this. It's a little rusty crusty, but I do have WD-40. There's a 1/4 turn, half turn. Oh, this wrench is actually not happy at all.
I got scared that was the bolt there for a
Me
second.
too. Thought I was the only one.
One full turn. Same treatment for this side. Oh, yikes. Half turn, 3/4 turn, One full turn. I'm gonna plop it on the ground real quick just to make sure we didn't overdo anything. Down. I thought lowering the car would make the camber worse, but it appears it made it better. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. What do you think of the ride, Aedan?
Looks good. Still got a little, I hate squatted trucks, but it's got just the right amount of squat on this.
Yeah.
It works on this.
Yes, I know we're putting the alignment off just a little bit more, but if you know me, you know I love vintage license plates and I love personalizing cars with them, and I had this one on the shelf for a while. I bought it because it was cool. Keep in mind, I'm a Ford man primarily, but I'm not too biased. And this almost suits the car too much. Come on now. Again, I'm not too biased. I love all three brands, and this is the perfect home for this plate. All right, we broke it loose, thank goodness. A little extra WD-40 got her going. We're just doing a whole lot right now. Probably too much. And then we're gonna put it on the ground and see. Like, I think that's a decent test point. As long as we can go do a single tire burnout, I'm not gonna be upset. Now, we'll do it in the shop if we have to. Now we've got the toe plates hooked up. We're kind of unanimously deciding to ignore the camber and just see. All right, now we're at 67 3/4 in the rear, 68 1/2 in the front. Wow, this thing was towed out a ridiculous amount. Okay, one full turn on this side. Ooh, 67 7/8 in the rear, 68 3/8 in the front. So it was towed out really bad. We're trying to get it an 1/8 inch towed in. After some finagling, the camber is terrible, but the toe is close. So we just have to tighten down the tie rod adjusters and take it for a spin and see how bad it is. And then we'll come back and maybe dial it in. But it's about time to tighten those things down.
I can't wait to see this thing move under its own power. I've seen this at my uncle's sit outside for my entire childhood, so seeing it move under its own power will be awesome.
I have a feeling the alignment's still gonna be really sketchy.
Oh,
and it's gonna wanna go all over the road the
I'm
whole time.
expecting
it
8-ball
moves.
levels.
Yes, so just be very prepared. All right, let's lift it up. We'll tighten down those adjusters and then for any fluid, drive it, go somewhere. Go do burnouts and donuts and takeovers and rob malls and banks. Maybe even rob a gas station. See how many vehicular felonies you can commit in one day before it gets dark out. Topping this off with some ATF +4, which is what Google said this transmission will take. And Aedan, what are you doing?
Doing some cosmetic mods. My inspiration for this car is a Pro Touring Trans Am style build. Back in the day, they used to tape the headlights in case they shattered from bumping around, so I kind of have to do it too.
You're literally sitting there acting like 8-ball didn't inspire you. You're literally just trying to act like fucking you didn't just steal this from 8-ball. Even though, yes, that does fit the vibe of this car.
Also, let's roll back the footage. I'm the one that did it on 8-ball in the parking lot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
This is my version of most fun.
Yeah, dude. For years, we've been talking about driving the two together, coming to a street near you.
What's happening?
Now the boys behind the camera just got to get themselves some old school muscle. Maybe they could fit in a little bit.
Do you want to go buy some old Japanese shit?
I already got some.
All right, 1 quart is going to be enough for now. I think it, because it did go into gear already.
Is it time?
This time, see if it moves. Hop in, Anthony! Let's go! I'm excited! Probably a little low on trans fluid still, but it goes into drive. Oh yeah, she's a little low still. This don't sound like a motor that's been sitting for 30 years, I'll tell you what. Drive. Whoa. Park. I say we try to drive it. I just looked, your brake lights work.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we should actually see if it moves. Whoa! Does it stop half decent? Go and then push as hard as you can. That's all right.
A little spongy.
It's moving.
Yeah, it's driving.
High five! That's how Josh is in here.
I barely fit in here.
First gear, give it go a little more. Second!
Whoa.
Second gear. Oh, little slip into third. Try second again. Go a little more. How's your alignment? Not bad.
No.
Try third again. Hey, it's driving, and driving pretty good at that. Hey, it's not that bad. Ooh. All right, try third now. Maybe it was parked for a reason. Here, we'll pull up in our spot and try to add some more fluid. Maybe that'll help. All right, well, it's a little worrisome we don't have third, but first and second ain't bad. Hey. Pause on that test drive. It's on the lift. Once again, diagnose the problem. It won't go into third gear because there is no kickdown connected. Check it out. This thing right here that looks like a flat blade screwdriver is what controls the second to third gear shift. And it's supposed to have a linkage that connects to the throttle linkage, and it's not there. And we don't have any of those parts. So we're only gonna have first and second, but who cares? Let's get back to fun. Woo! That's good. That's good. That's not bad. It's happy. Hell yeah. High five, Jamie. Hey. High five. Team effort.
Hell yeah. That looks good. That looks really good.
Oh yeah. That's nice. Declan, we got good news and we got bad news. What? Good news, it's peppy. It kind of stops. The alignment's good. Tires don't rub.
Okay.
Bad news is, it doesn't appear to have third gear.
Do you have the 4-speed?
Yes, I do. I do
Well,
not.
there you go. That's not a problem. That's an excuse.
No, there's one problem. There's one problem. Actually, there's about 4 or 5 problems. I don't have the bell housing. I don't have the flywheel. I don't have the clutch. I don't have the
Backstory. Hey, let's stop talking about problems. Let's start focusing on what we just created, buddy. After sitting untouched in the garage for multiple years, being passed down generationally, the 1970 Duster 340 is back. That was awesome. This thing sounds great, and it has the most ridiculous Fast and the Furious rat rod muscle car vibe ever. It looks like it's gonna kill you with a hammer, and I personally love it. Now, how do you feel, Mr. Owner of the Duster?
I'm ecstatic with how the car came out. This car means a lot to me and my family. I'm super happy I got to build it with my best friends. I can't wait to see what my grandfather's going to think about it. I'm excited. This car still has a lot of work to be done, and I'm excited to see what it evolves into.
And also, everybody commend Aedan. This is his first revival. A lot of great wrenching happened, some great welding. Killed it,
Thank
buddy.
you, man. I appreciate it.
This thing is awesome, and I can't wait to rip on it some more. So on that note, I think you have to handle the closer. It's your car.
All right. Thank you for watching the best damn automotive content on YouTube. I'll see you soon. Unless you want to see me sooner, in which case, subscribe to Tom's Refurb,
Patreon.
Tom's Refurb Raw. And if you...
Keep going. No, that's good. That's good. Keep going.
If you want some badass merch, like this hoodie here, check out tomsrefurb.shop. And if you want your car to sound as good as this Duster, make sure to check out speedyequipment.com. We'll see you guys soon. We love you.
How long can we stand here?
Forever.
That was really cute.
Yeah, you guys gonna kiss?
Bye.